We have invited 4 early movers of our operations directory onto the stage. They're going to tell us how they're using this operations directory internally at their organization. And while they join the stage, and for background, the operations directory is an initiative that we kicked off at the start of 2023. And it was with the support of SIFMA members who highlighted the need for an operations directory. But as you can imagine, creating an industry solution is no easy task. And to be honest with you, my colleague David and I, who's back there, we're exhausted. And why did we invite 4 early movers onto the platform to chat today? Is because it literally takes a village to populate a directory. So let's hear from them. Hi, guys.
Hi, Kate.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good, good. Okay. Michael, the escalation bot that we showed the audience earlier was your idea. So tell us the value you see coming from the ops directory, and what is your strategy for this capability within client services at UBS?
Sure. So I don't think we had necessarily a unique use case, although we did approach it from a slightly different perspective in the client service space. So really what we're trying to do is facilitate peer-to-peer conversations between a subject matter expertise at a client and our subject matter expertise internally, particularly for those larger clients where they match our sophistication in the operations space. Now, these are macro level discussions. This is not your BAU kind of life cycle event. This is where you need to reach out to talk about a vendor, you need to talk about regulatory change, you need to log an escalation or a procedural change. For us, this was really a win-win in the sense that we could facilitate that peer-to-peer conversation and get the expertise talking, but it also took the client service rep out as the middleman and the bottleneck in that conversation. Now, another way to look at this is, the escalation matrices that everybody gets at the point of onboarding that quickly go into a bin, right? We're looking at this as more of a live version of that, where we can keep it updated, we can keep it interactive, and clients and dealers alike can leverage it to get in touch with the right person. Now, the trick to this whole thing, right, from a client service perspective is how do we manage overall client experience, right? So that's where the escalation bot came into play, and we decided we needed an SLA. And as you saw from the demo, there's both a vertical and a horizontal escalation. So vertical within the management team for that function, and then horizontally out to the coverage. This for us was the best of both worlds, right, in the sense that we were able to facilitate that peer-to-peer conversation. We were able to get the client service rep out of the middle of that conversation. So we actually, save some capacity there, and we don't have to have 2 people looking at the same request. And it just drives better engagement with our client base.
Thank you.
Cool. Pete, I'm from Wales. You saw the value of the ops directory very early on. How do you see it making an impact within your organization?
Yeah, well, thanks for that observation. So with my experience in different firms and managing different functions, it's quite crazy to think that it takes more time to actually find the right person than it does to solve the problem a lot of the time. And obviously that initial time lag really goes away. And as we've previously mentioned, taking things from an Excel spreadsheet into a more user-friendly AI is very significant. And it just gives you that ability to react in real time to any structural personnel changes. So definitely significant value there. And just within Wells Fargo, it's sometimes hard to just find my peer in a different entity because of the structures that we all operate in under. There's a lot of bifurcation just within the business. So that internal sharing is key to the success a lot of the time. And then going forward, this was the first time I've seen these demos, and I think we need to run more POCs. Creating functional chats around specific processes. It gives us a really good data set to do root cause analysis, and then layering on API capabilities and robotics. I really feel like that's where we can make significant change in the space.
Yeah, awesome.
Guilis, at Citi, I know you're using the operations directory to replace sending distribution lists to clients. How is that process being received internally and externally, and how are you planning to expand this across the bank?
Thanks, Kate. So at Citi, we've been able to upgrade our manual escalation spreadsheet with the ops directory. First off, the directory is dynamic, so once we make a change, there is no need to reshare the link like we have been with the spreadsheet. Plus, using the directory allows us to share all of our key contacts with our clients all at once. Kate, our clients are also finding this favorable with more moving away from the spreadsheet and using the directory every day. Internally, we're sharing the directory with our wider ops community, making it easy to find contacts, which we believe will be especially useful come T1. We're also working on including the directory on the Citi Velocity internal landing page. As we move forward with the pilot, we will be asking our staff to include a link of the directory within their signatures to increase awareness. We also find the directory very helpful when working with cross-processing teams, including new joiners who aren't sure who to contact. One thing we also realize, or we're expecting to see, is a reduction of incorrect distribution list usage, reducing noise, and seeing improved response and resolution times with the directory.
Great.
And finally, Afzal, for you at JP Morgan, I know you're using the Ops Directory as an internal tool. Can you tell us how that's sort of affecting your efficiency?
Yeah, I think one of the key things that our leadership team have pointed out, one of the big challenges that clients have is, we're a large organization, just like everyone else, and it's very difficult to navigate, our organization. So people find it difficult to know which middle office team to contact. So you could trade the same product in different locations, and you'll have to reach out to 7 different teams to try and resolve that issue, right? And one of the things we have is we can have a team name called 187 repo, and from that we're supposed to decipher what does that mean? What does it do? I know it says they obviously look after the repo product, but what does it mean? Are they settling the repo product? Are they the middle office team? Are they the sales support team? So what part of the function are they in? Which location are they based in? So we don't even have a taxonomy which defines all of that. So I've been working with Kate and David, and they're helping us define, okay, look, we've got over 1,000 teams just in the markets operations space, and they're helping us define, okay, look, let's get the taxonomy right for you guys, and Kate and Symphony have really helped us do that. So we've listed all of our 1,000 teams within market ops. We've put a location against each of them. Then we've put a business function against each of them, and we've also put a sub-business function against them. So that internally tells us, okay, there's this team, 187 repo, they're based in Singapore, they perform this particular function, they're in the middle office team, and then they do this, right? So that, to everyone else's point, that helps us pinpoint exactly the type of query that the team should be receiving. Right, so again, I think Guilis pointed out earlier, this helps new joiners because generally they don't know who to reach out to and spend a lot of time, trying to find out who to go to and that sort of thing. So that's really helping us with all of that. And then we're hoping in time that will help reduce the emails down because less teams will be CC'd. And each team has 5 members. And if you CC, 4 or 5 teams, like 20, 30 people are getting these emails, right? That's a lot of emails flying around. So obviously, if you're just copying in 1 or 2 teams, that reduces it. Only 10 people are getting emails. That's still a lot, but it's still better than 25. Mm-hmm. So we're seeing all of that benefit. And then in the long run, we're hoping we can use this data, use the taxonomy to start routing queries using APIs, integrate it into our own platforms, use generative AI and all of that funky stuff. But that's day 2. Day 1, let's get the taxonomy right. Let's start sending emails to the right people to get the right responses. And that's the sort of direction we're moving in.
Perfect.
Wouldn't you guys want to join this village? Thank you so much for your insights. We appreciate it. We hope you found our operations section useful.